It is week 6. Yes, it is our final week with management communications with technology tools, and it has been a great journey. So, this is discussion 1, all about group communications, and I am going to respond to Sean Chandler. Hi, Sean. Glad to have had you in this class and great reading your post for the past 5 weeks. So, you talk about a good example of how forms of communication occurs in your organization. You said you could have an individual conversation about matrix with a peer, and it be specific to her or his area. And you said the conversation and its content are always based on the responses that you give and that you're hearing from the person. So as peers come into the space, the conversation leaves the individual setting and that comes into a group setting. So I guess that's true, because when I think about group setting, I really think about I think I'm thinking about a more formal setting. You know, my opinion or my interpretation of this particular discussion point would be, you know, like team meetings or group meetings, things like that. But you make a valid point that when you are having a one-on-one conversation in person, and then based on that conversation, other employees could be interested, you know, in the topic, and they come over and they join, and that does become a group session, you know, 2 or more people, that is, you know, somewhat of a group. So you do have to look at different things, and I think that's why you talk about the context is based on a common goal for the district to succeed with the group success. So I guess you're saying that your group conversations start with monitoring different ideas and talking back and forth, and it just seems that you do it in a more informal you know, kind of way, and that's fine. I think the ultimate goal is the communication piece of it. It's the same thing. You know, you're starting with communicating or transmitting a message to a group or a person, and that message is being received through whatever medium. Could be the telephone, could be one-on-one, could be video conferencing. Really could be any kind of way. It could be a memo, and the whole point of that is to get your message across in the context in which you have, you know, you meant it to be. So it's a little difficult from my perspective to do that in a group atmosphere. Not that you can't communicate the message, but that it would be received or taken in the right context, because you've got so many different personalities, so many people from different backgrounds, that if you're dealing with one person, you might know a little bit of something about them to be able to understand maybe how they communicate and how they receive information, where you might have 100 people, you know, in a group conference call, and you have no idea what their background is. So it does make it a little tricky and a little bit of a balancing act. But I think the process should still be the same. I mean, you want to transmit and be effective in your communication, and you want that communication to be perceived in the context in which you are presenting it. So I think there's some different things that you can do, and maybe that setting up bullet points of main ideas or agendas that you want to get across on the call, so that if it is a, you know, conference call where you're just on the phone, or a video conference call is good too, because you can get to see some of the body language of the people, where someone might be like, yeah, you know, so you kind of get a feel that, okay, they got it, they connected with it, and other people might be like, I don't know what's this person talking about. So either way, it gives you something to work with. So good feedback, Sean, and welcome to the end of the week. This is like it. This is our last week, so I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for sharing your post. Bye bye.